In this video, we will discuss about Ferdinand de Saussure, who is a very important structuralist. Saussure is an important Swiss linguist and semiotician, and he was popular during the early 20th century. It was Saussure who laid the groundwork for both structuralism and modern linguistics. Because of the many important theories that he put forward regarding semiotics and semiology, he is regarded as the father of semiology. This is a work that you should know when you study about Saussure. It is a collection of all his essays titled Course in General Linguistics. This collection was published by his students after his death in 1916, thus it is a posthumous publication. Now, moving into the ideas put forward by Saussure, the most important one is that of sign. According to Saussure, a sign consists of both signifier and signified. We will begin with what is a sign. Anything that stands for something else is called a sign. For example, we associate the color red with danger. So, the color red is a sign for danger. Or, if a child is making a painting, he will either draw a sun or a moon in the sky so that he can show that what is happening at day or night. So, the sun or the moon stands as a sign for daytime or nighttime. So, anything that can show a different level of meaning is a sign. And sign consists of signifier and signified. Now, signifier is the sound, word, or the picture, and signified is the concept that the signifier refers to. For example, if you write the word leaf, leaf is the signifier. And what is signified? The actual leaf. Only when these both are combined, a sign can be formed. Now, there is no natural relation between the signifier and the signified. The relation is arbitrary. That is, there is no reason why we call the extended parts on the plant as leaf. We were taught that this is called leaf. So there is no relation between the word and the thing. This connection is due to a historical convention. We saw others calling the thing so and so we also started doing the same. But just because it is arbitrary, it doesn't mean that you can simply change the words when and where you like. If you call the leaf something else, others may not understand. Because even though these connections were made, it has become established. So that is what Saussure talks about signs. Now, according to Saussure, sign is the basic unit of language, or we can say language is a system of signs. Saussure's theories on sign, signifier, signified and so on comes under semiotics. Saussure is one of the founding fathers of semiotics and his studies on signs are called semiology. In simple terms, semiology is related to Saussure and semiotics is an umbrella term used to represent the study of signs. The next point is Saussure's study of language is synchronic and not diachronic. Synchronic means studying language without going into its origin and history. Only the existing relationships in language as a structure is studied. Now we will move on to Saussure's Langue and Parole. These are explained in the work Course in General Linguistics. Langue and Parole both are related to language and these both linguistic terms are distinguished by Saussure. Langue is that part of language which consists of the underlying set of rules and conventions. Like the written language, Langue has a standardized form that follows all kinds of rules like grammatical rules. On the other hand, Parole is what we speak. It is the language performance or the performance of Langue. Language, slangs and dialects vary in different regions and localities, all that come under this section. Among these two, what Saussure gave importance to is Langue. To help us understand, Saussure gives an analogy an example of chess to explain Langue and Parole. In the chess game, the rules of chess that is common to all when we play the game, those rules come under Langue. Whereas the moves that an individual chooses to make, it comes under the Parole. Let us learn them in detail. Langue, as said earlier, is the abstract, systematic rules and conventions in language. This Langue part of the language has a universal structure, meaning most of the languages in the world will have some rules and conventions in common. There may be differences, but some patterns are always common. So we can also say Langue is independent of individual users. There is always a standardized form. Coming to the Parole part of language, it is the language that we use to speak. It can be diverse and varied since the number of utterances that can be made is unlimited. Each person might have his own way of speaking. So Parole is simply the use of Langue. It is individual and a personal phenomenon of language. These are the basic and important points put forward by Saussure. If you have found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe. And if there is anything more that you can add to this video, you can mention it in the comment section. Thank you for watching.